Hello students, good morning. This is Ankit Jaswal, your English teacher. Students, we had started tense in English grammar, but someone told me that we had not completed the exercise in English first book of chapter 3. Okay, so today I am here with the exercise solution of chapter 3, the question and their answer. Okay, so first of all, let's have a look the questions which have been asked in the chapter. So and then I will provide the solutions to these questions. Alright, so it was left because I had told you to solve by yourself, but you didn't do. So don't worry, I'll tell you the solutions and then you have to write in your fair copy. Alright, and the 10th video will be uploaded later, maybe in afternoon or in the evening. Okay, so have a look and write everything in your fair copy, whatever I will tell. Okay, so first of all, you have to look at the questions. The first question which have been asked is what do the following phrases mean to you? Discuss in class. You have to write the meaning of these phrases. Okay, you know what phrase is? Phrase is a group of word which doesn't have the complete meaning. Okay, phrase is just like a sentence, but sentence has its complete meaning while a phrase doesn't have its own meaning. Okay, it doesn't have a subject and a verb. Okay, that is why it doesn't have a sense, but it is a group of word. All right, so that is phrase. Now you have to tell the meaning of these phrases. The first one is humid shadows, starry spheres, what a bliss, a thousand dreamy fancies into busy being star. And fifth one is her thousand recollections wave their air threads in into woof. Okay, so you can see the questions in your book on page number 42. Okay, 42. So students, then the second question, what does the poet like to do when it rains? Okay, so you have to tell what does the poet like to do when it rains. The third question is, what is the single major memory that comes to the poet? Who are the darling dreamers he refers to? Third question is, what is the single, okay, sorry, fourth question, is the poet now a child? Is he his mother still alive? Okay, and then second part, when you were a young child, did your mother tuck you in as the poet did? Okay, you have to write the answer by yourself. You have to share your own experience. Okay, when you were a child, did your mother tuck you in just like the poet did? If you if your mother did, then write. Otherwise, you can skip it. Second question is, do you like rain? You have to write your own experience. I can't make you write because I just can't tell that if you like it or not. Okay, so what do you do when it rains steadily or heavily as described in the poem? Do you like rain? If you like it, then tell me what do you do when it rains steadily or heavily? Okay, you have to tell by yourself. The third question is, does everybody have a cozy bed to lie in when it rains? Okay, so all these are the questions. Now I am going to provide you the solutions, I mean the answers to these questions. Have a look and write them in your fair copy. Okay, so the answer to these questions are, so answers to the questions are here. The first question, what do the following phrases mean to you? Humid shadows, steady spares, what a bliss, a thousand dreamy fancies into busy being starred, a thousand recollections with their threads into wave. Here are the answers. Humid shadows. What is the meaning of humid shadows? These are the shadows of different things which become wet during the rainy season. Okay? Humid shadows are the shadows of different things which become wet during the rainy seasons. Okay, then starry spheres. So stratospheres means the area where stars appear in a group in the sky. Okay, then the area is known as stratospheres. Okay, what a bliss, what a bliss. This is a phrase, and the meaning of this phrase is the actually this is an exclamation. Okay, the poet is feeling happy just because he's enjoying and listening the raindrops. Okay, he's listening the raindrops and enjoying the moment. Okay, so that is an exclamation, you can say. So that is a moment where poet starts feeling something extraordinary. Okay, so that is a feel. So you can see here the poet feels happy when he listens to the raindrop. So he has described that moment like what a bliss. Okay, so our fourth one is heart are thousand dreamy fancies into busy being start. Okay, so you can see the answer here. The poet starts recollecting the past and finds himself lost in reveries and dreams in rainy weather. ठीक है, so here poet has lost somewhere, lost in the past. Okay, whatever he had done. Okay, all the thoughts of his past, okay, come in his mind. Now the last one is a thousand recollections weave their air threads into woof. So the poet recollects hundred of memories in the rainy season. As I had explained while I was teaching the poem, I had told you that the poet is now the poet has now started recollecting all the memories which he had in his past. So whenever it is raining, he starts thinking about his past and start recollecting the memories. Okay, so he has described that as web their air threads into woof. Okay, so you can see the solution here and that in your fair copy. Question number 2, what does the poet like to do when it rains? Answer, when it rains the poet wants to lie on bed in a cottage and listens to per patter sound on the of the rain. That is the answer if you want to know what does the poet like to do when it rains. Question number 3, what is the single major memory that comes to the poet's mind? So the only major memory, the single major memory that is always stuck in the poet's mind is about his mother. He always keeps thinking about his mother because he would love her so much and start thinking about her every time because she loved her a lot. Okay, so the only memory that comes in his mind every time is about her mother. So the answer is the same. The poet's mother is the single major memory that comes to his mind. Okay, so you can write. Darling dreamers are those kids who remember their mothers like the poet. Okay, so all the kids who remember and miss, yeah, or you can say recollect their mothers. Okay, so the poet has explained each one of them as a darling dreamer. Okay, so question number 4 is the poet now a child? Is his mother still alive? So you can see the answer, no, poet is not a child, his mother is no more, but her memories still haunt him. Okay, so now you have to write the answers by yourself. When you were a young child, did your mother tuck in as the poet's mother did? So you can write by yourself because you have to share your own experience. So but because you have to write a answer, so I am here with the answers as well. You can see, yes, my mother used to tuck me in when I was a child. Whenever I said that I could not do some work, she embraced me and took me in her lap to get some work done. You also can write your own experience, whatever your mom had done to you whenever you were a kid. Now because you are a kid, so you can share your experience whatever your mom does with you. Okay, so that you have to write the answers in your own word. So write that. Now question number 2, do you like rain? So if you like it, then say yes, I like it. Okay, yes, I enjoy it. And what do you do when it rains? You have to write. Okay, you have to write what do you do when it rains. So whatever you do when it rains, share, you can write in your copy. Okay, so that's all. Question number 3, Does everybody have a cozy bed to lie in when it rains? Look around you and describe how different kinds of people or animals spend time, seek shelter, etc. during rain. Does everybody has a cozy bed to lie in wet rains? Does everybody like it to stay on the bed, to lie on the bed and enjoy the rain? Is it the habit of everybody, or just poet does that and enjoys it? If you think everybody does that, then you can write. And if you think everybody doesn't do that, everybody has a different choice, has a different taste, then you can write that as well. Okay, here is the answer. So here is the whole solution. You can see I have provided. Now you can pause the video and take a screenshot and write in your fair copy. Okay, so I am zooming it out. So if you are not able to see the video in good quality, then I am requesting you to set the video quality at 360, then you will be able to see the video in good quality. Okay, so here is the solutions. You can see, you can take a screenshot. Okay, okay, and write in your fair copy. Look, so that's all. Okay, now you have to write a summary of the same poem, Rain on the Roof. So I had told you how to write a summary. Whenever you will go in the board, you will sit in the board, there you will have to write the summary in another method. You will have to write the reference, context, and then explanation. Explanation means summary. So first you have to write a reference. Reference means what? You have to tell about the poet. You have to write his about his life, when he was born, where he was born, what he did, where he studied, and that's all. Okay, and then you have to write about the poem, that the poem is very beautiful, it gives a beautiful message. Okay, the poem is beautifully composed by the poet. So that's all you have to mention. And in context, you have to tell about the paras which have been given in the particular poem. Like if it is about rain, then you have to write the poem is about the rain. Okay, the poet has beautifully explained about the rain. Okay, you have to write that in context. And summary, okay, I am providing you the summary. So you can see here the summary has been given here. You can find it on internet, you can find it over internet. Okay, so it is a poem that tells us about the poet's sweet memories of his childhood. You all know that at night when dark clouds cover the sky and it rains gently, then the poet lies in his cozy bed listening to the sound of the gentle rain droplets on the rooftop of his house. He remembered that his mother used to tell him stories which gave him immense solace and pleasure. Okay, so here is the so here is the explanation. Stanza 1, its explanation. Okay, stanza 2, okay, its explanation. Stanza 3 and its explanation. You can see, so whole summary has been given stanza wise. You can write them in your fair copy. All right, so you can see, you can take a screenshot. I am okay, look here, take a screenshot. Now stanza 2, take a screenshot. Stanza 3, take a screenshot. And now write in your fair copy. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay, the video of past indefinite tense and past continuous tense will be uploaded soon, maybe in afternoon or in evening. Okay, so I'll upload two videos, one of English literature and one of English grammar, because we don't have much time and we have to cover the syllabus as soon as possible, because you have to give the examinations. So be prepared for that and take and make some extra effort if you want to get good marks in the examinations. All right, so start preparing for the examinations as your exams are near. So as I said, I'll upload two videos, one of English literature and one of English grammar. So watch the videos and make a notes, write in your fair copy, take a rough copy, and do a lot of practice, because practice makes a man perfect. So if you want to be perfect, then you will have to do a lot of practice. Okay, so I'll upload the grammar videos till 2 o'clock or maybe 4 o'clock, between 2 to 4 o'clock. Okay, so a video will be uploaded. Watch that and write that in your fair copy. This one is because someone told me that it was left, so I have come with the solutions of the questions which has been asked in chapter 3. Now write them in your fair copy and learn them, because exams are near, as I told. So okay, if you want to know anything, if you are having any confusion, any doubt, any queries, then you can ask me through WhatsApp. I'll reply, I'll tell how to do that, how to solve that, because now you have to do practice, practice and practice. You have to learn them, you have to memorize them, and you have to practice them. Okay, so do that. I'm not feeling well today, that is why I'm not able to describe the things as good as I used to do. So please uh, adjust it. Okay, I have a problem in my throat. So students, sorry. Okay, so I told grammar videos will be uploaded between 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Okay, so I have already explained about present tenses. Now makes lot of sentences, translate them, solve the errors, and a lot of exercises have been given in your book, which has been provided to you by the management. Okay, so fill that and solve that, because that is going to give you an idea how to solve the tenses which are often asked in the examinations. So that will boost your mind as well. Okay, so that's all for today. I'll upload a video and then we'll meet. Thank you so much. Have a good day ahead.